Sea with Oakland Latinos United, aka Oakland Latinos Unidos, on here with a new video, a new spill for you guys to enjoy. Well, the video and the spill I'm going to make today is about Tony A. the Wizard from Rhodium Radio. You know what I mean? Very popular Chicano raza podcaster, hip hop podcaster. You know what I mean? He goes way back in the history of rapping in Southern California, Los Angeles, Wilmington area specifically. I think that's where he's from originally. And we're going to talk about something that I've seen kind of floating around. I've seen little snippets of it. And there's I think I seen one on Loked Out TV, which is Clown Loke's channel. Might have seen it on another one, I can't remember. But there's a little video of him on a podcast, and I guess it's called Gangster Chronicle Podcast, where he's with MC8, Cocaine, and somebody else, and they were talking about Chicano rap and Chicano history. And there's a little clip that goes out there that was clipped out where Tony A says something to the effect, "When I find a Chicano rapper that can rap, I will fuck with him." And, you know, at first I thought maybe he was dissing Chicano rappers or Chicanos in rap. But then I looked for the podcast and I found out what he said. And I think it was kind of taken out of context a little bit. And I'll break it down, you know what I mean? And I'll leave a link down there to the podcast for you to watch it yourself. And you could, dissect what he said. I think he starts talking around 400. If you go to like minute 400, 4 minutes I'm talking about, at 4.00, go to around that type of the video, and that's where I think where he starts talking about it. But anyway, in the video, you know, he's being interviewed by MC8, Cocaine, and very popular African American or black rappers from Los Angeles. And like I said, Tony A says something to the effect of, when I find a Chicano rapper that can rap, or a raza rapper that can rap, I'll fuck with him. And if you really hear the context of what was being said, they were asking about, I guess you could say, kind of like the history of Chicano rap, or maybe his involvement with Chicano rap. And Tony A broke it down as something of the effect of like, a lot of my own people get on me because I've worked with black rappers or with a lot of black artists. And to be fair, Tony A has worked with a lot of very popular artists like DJ Quick, High C, and various others. He was a DJ. He's a DJ, a beat maker, so he used to make beats for a lot of people. And I guess he used to make beats at some place called the Rhodium Swap Meet, which is why it's called Rhodium Radio. You know, I think what he meant was that, the reason he worked with black rappers, because at the time there were no Chicano rappers, and or raza rappers, and when a time came that there was one, then he'll mess with them. That's what it sounds like he really said, you know what I mean? Not, I don't mess with Chicano rappers because they suck. I watched it, and that's more or less what it sounds like. And it's unfortunate that some raza gotta be racist and down people that work with blacks. If you're in hip-hop is a black art form, so you gotta work with black people. That'd be stupid to think that way, you know what I mean? Then don't listen to rap. Go listen to something else if you don't like black people. You know, that'd be like a black person saying, I'm gonna do banda, but I don't want to work with Mexicans. You know what I mean? Come on, man. But anyway, it's basically what he was saying was that that when the time came to work with a Chicano rapper, he would do it, you know what I mean? But at the meantime, he was working with black rappers and black artists because they paid him to work with him. That's what he said exactly on the thing. And I'm not defending what he said. I'm not excusing anything he said. I'm just saying what I seen. And I just want to put my 2 cents out there. Rhodium Radio, Tony A, whatever you want to think about him. I mean, he has a history. He is part of the hip-hop culture. He is part of of the rap culture in its early form. I'm not saying he's a creator of hip hop, no, but he has contributed to the legacy of hip hop. I'll give him that. He's created Rhodium Radio. Obviously there's been a lot of back and forth with him and other people, with Local TV, with American Cholo, especially with the Chicano rap documentary that he collected a bunch of money and donations, and he never made the documentary, and who knows if he's gonna ever make the documentary, you know what I mean? And that's kind of caused him a lot of problems, you know what I mean? But I personally think that he didn't say nothing per se wrong. At least I didn't hear him say that Chicano rappers suck and that they shouldn't be rapping. I didn't hear him say that, you know what I mean? I've heard that before by a lot of people who dismiss Raza or Chicano or Latino rap. They say it sucks or whatever. But I think a lot of people just don't give it a chance. I think a lot of people down talk it because of their own cultural insecurities, their own self-hatred, their own colonial-minded mentality. Because let's face it, a lot of Chicanos will support other people who dislike us and who say we're culture vultures and we don't belong in the culture and we shouldn't do this and we shouldn't do that. We'll go support them all day, but when it comes to one of our own, we're like, fuck him, he sucks. He's this, he's that, he's a cholo, he's a this, he's a that. And I've said it before, the detriment of Chicano rap is gang politics, norte sur, street politics, you know what I mean? That's kind of been a little bit of a detriment to Chicano rap, which is the reason why it don't come up. But I think most people should give it more of a chance instead of just hating on it all the time and dismissing it as cholo rap. Because trust me, there was a lot of stuff that I used to be a fan of as Chicano or Latino or Norteño rap or whatever you want to call it, even Sureño rap, because I liked SoCal rappers too. And there's been things that people are like, that's just cholo rap, that's just this. And then I show them something that's more on that game tip, more on that pimpish tip, more on that Bay Area flavor tip or something like that. And they're like, oh shit, this shit actually kind of tight. And I make them fans, you know what I mean? So don't dismiss things, It's like me, I'm not a big fan of banda or corridos. But there's banda and corridos that I'm like, oh shit, I could rock with this. I may not be a big fan of the music, but there's stuff that I could be like, oh shit, this is dope. You know what I mean? So I don't dismiss music like that, But going back to Tony A, Tony A is a pioneer within the rap genre. All the other nonsense that he's done, that's for another video for another time. I just want to give my 2 cents on that short that's been going around and my observation of it. And I watched it. And I came to the conclusion that I don't think he was talking bad about Chicano rap in general. I think he had some complaints about it. I think he, explained why he worked more with African Americans or black people than he did with Chicanos. You know what I mean? Because they gave him more opportunities for the way he's talking. And you got to remember, at the time when he was starting, late 80s, early 90s, there weren't very many Chicano rappers. There wasn't a Chicano or Latino rap subgenre yet. You barely started getting some rappers like Malo Mayonnaise and Kid Frost and Sir Dino started coming around around that time, and the Darkroom Familia, Temporary Insanity, and then later on you started having more like the Funky Aztecs, Aslan Nation, Proper Dos, Lighter Shade of Brown, and other groups that came, afterwards. But early on, Tony A's not lying. There was really no Chicano rap or Chicano rappers out there. And if they were around, they weren't making noise like that, you feel me, or putting albums out. So I get what he's saying. But like I said, I'm going to leave a link down there. Check it out. You make your own decision whether you like Rhodium Radio or Tony A or not. You know what I mean? I'm not making it for that. I'm making it just as a reaction to what I've been seeing and what I noticed and what I personally think. But I think we should support Latino rappers for sure. We shouldn't down them. We shouldn't act like they're just these cholo, these sucky rappers. Because trust me, there's plenty of black and white rappers that I've seen that suck too. Not all of them are dope. So, you know what I mean? Give your people a chance before you clown them. That's all I got to say. But support what you're gonna support, like who you're gonna like. Just remember, man, Chicanos and Latinos, nothing wrong with us being in rap or in hip hop. You know what I mean? I think there's this narrative that's been being pushed lately that we shouldn't be in hip hop or whatever. Yes, we grew up on that music. We grew up listening to it. You know what I mean? And everyone has a lane. Just like I have no problem with black people doing banda or Mexican music or Latino music. I actually like it. I used to have a African American singer in one of my old bands who could sing in Spanish. I never told her, "Hey, why are you playing our music? You're not, you're black." I never said that. So, you know what I mean? But I don't think like everybody else. So I'm a different personality. But yeah, man, that's all I really have to say. Go ahead and check it out for yourself. This was Jose with Oakland Latinos United. Over and out.